It's time for Marry Me Monday, the fun, timely, sometimes romantic, sometimes spirited live radio program with your hosts Jeff Dorsey and Sherry Bussey, presented by Emerald City Jewelers, 33rd and Broadway, Quincy.
All right, we've got sparklers in hand and everything else as it's the 4th of July, and Sherry Bussey was nice enough to join us here on the 4th of July program.
Good morning.
Happy holiday.
Happy Independence Day.
Yes, it is. A lot of people don't call it that anymore, They always think of it as the 4th of July now, But it is Independence Day. And you're not open today, right?
No, we're not open today.
Okay.
Nope.
Enjoy your holiday.
Take a little time off.
Well, there's a lot of sparkling things in your store, I know, besides fireworks.
Well, that's a good lead in. Good job.
I am Mr. Transition this morning. Go from one thing to the next,
Yeah.
I'm right about that.
You are right. We have a lot of sparkly things at Emerald City Jewelers. I was going to say a little bit about today about being family and with your family and enjoying the holiday. Mm-hmm. Consider how that relates to jewelry and how when you have jewelry, you pass it on to your family and there's a legacy that goes with it.
Sure.
One of the nice things that we are officially now one of the resources for the Museum of Named Diamonds, you can actually name your diamond. Like, let's say you proposed on a riverside. You want to name your diamond Sparkling Water or something like that.
Okay.
And you can tell the story of how you met and why you named it that. And you get a little drawing or painting that goes along with your story, and it gets a site on the Museum of Named Diamonds. So,
yeah, it's become very popular today, isn't it?
It's a way that your family can pass on a piece of jewelry, and generations in the future can look back at what your story was, because it's going to be on the web.
Yeah, there's a story behind it all.
There's a story behind it. Like the Hope Diamond has a story, and it has a name. And it's so that similar situation is now being available for people to personally name their own personal diamonds.
And you're the only jeweler in this area that's available for people to
I'm
do.
one of the first 5 in the country.
Really? Wow! Congratulations on
That's the way
that.
I roll.
Yeah. Well, way to go.
I like to be the first.
Well, there you go. Just knock off the other 4 and you'll be there.
Yeah.
So take advantage of that at Emerald City Jewelers. Of course, we always talk about repairs and things like that. You do that too.
Oh yeah, we do repair work on things even if you didn't buy them from us. There have been store closings in the mall, and people have to get their rings inspected. So a lot of people are bringing them to me, and we don't charge to check your jewelry. We clean it at no charge. So if you want to have your rings inspected and bring it in, doesn't matter where you got it, we'll take care of it for you.
Okay. You don't want to lose them, that's for sure.
No, that's right. The prongs are so small on the new styles. They have a lot of little tiny stones in them, and the prongs are even smaller. So the prongs wear out quickly on those rings, and so you need to have them checked, make sure the stones are tight, and do proper maintenance to keep them so that you don't lose your stones out of your rings.
Want to get to the story?
Yeah, let's hear it.
It says, I listen to Marry Me Monday every Monday morning while driving to work, and it seems like you get mostly women who send in these stories, so I thought I would send mine in for you to use. 3 years ago, I was shopping at Shopko when I got in the checkout line behind this really good-looking girl who was trying to find the exact change in her purse. She needed a dime, and I offered her one of mine, and she accepted. And there was just something about her look at me that said, I need to find out who this is. Well, that thought eventually went away after a few days, and then several weeks later, I saw her fishing on the riverfront, which is what I was planning on doing. I knew it was her right away. That face reminded me of that encounter at Shopko. I figured that she wouldn't even remember me, but as I walked by and said hello to her, she responded, Hi, by the way, I have your dime in my purse if you want it. I laughed along with her and asked if I could join her fishing, which she said, sure. That little dime has led to 2 years of dating, a marriage, and now a 6-month-old little boy. And by the way, like me, she's also a Cardinal fan, so it was meant to be. Thanks for sending that story to us.
Great story.
Thank you very much. And we appreciate you sending those in when you do. If we use it on the air, you get a nice gift certificate from Emerald City Jewelers for allowing us to use it. All right, Sherry, closed today for the holiday.
Yep. Now we're open Monday through Saturday now. We have our store is closed on Sundays for August and July. So we're open Monday through Friday normally, 9:30 to 5:30, and Saturdays from 9:30 to 3.
Emerald City Jewelers located at
33rd and Broadway under the Emerald Green Roof.
Have a great holiday, and we'll see you next Monday, okay?
All right, great. Thanks.
That's it for this week's edition of Marry Me Monday, presented by Emerald City Jewelers. Join us next week, Monday, 7:25, for another exciting edition of Marry Me Monday. Celebrate your love.